What's going on, guys? This is Aaron. I'm part of the 90's network. Corey's not here, but today I'm going to talk about microtransactions, and I'm going to use NBA 2K18 as an example. Now, if there's going to be swearing in this video. That's how I choose to express myself. So if you have a problem with that, or that somehow triggers the moral fiber of your being, please click off this video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, don't leave any shit comments on my video, please. Okay, so today we're going to be talking more so about microtransactions, and using NBA 2K18 as an example. I don't know what to say, So I remember back when I was younger, the game you bought was the game that you got. I know that was a double-edged sword with, getting a good and a bad thing, because yeah, it was an amazing, infinitely replayable game, but it was also a bad thing because they couldn't add anything to the story and draw out the experience and tell new chapters and stuff. But I used to look forward to games. I still do, but there would be years where I would get like 4, 5, or 6 games a year. Games would actually be worth buying. And nowadays it's not. They're not. Because nowadays, the questions I ask myself when I go out to buy games are, number 1, are they worth my money? 2, is there going to be replayability? 3, are there going to be microtransactions? 4, if there are microtransactions, are they going to be optional content? And then 5, the major fifth question, is my $60 purchase going to give me am I going to get my money's worth from this $60, I almost said expansion, thank God, but no. But is this $60 worth my money? How much am I getting for my money? These are the questions that I ask myself when I go out and buy today's video games. I'm not, excuse me. But a lot of people ask me like, oh, well, aren't you excited about video games coming out? No, I'm not. No, because I have to ask myself those 5 things, and I don't know if they're going to try to get me to, they're going to try to nickel and dime the hell out of me and get me to pay $60 for the main game. And then, I don't know, maybe $40, another $40 out of me for like expansions, 1, 2, maybe more. So overall, the whole amount of money I'm spending, while I'm not at once, not out the box, but overall, the game's life cycle, you're getting me to spend like $100, $200, $300. And that's just bullshit to me. I don't believe in spending that much amount of money. What I do is counter that. Number 1, I don't pre-order my games. I don't. Because you don't want to pre-order your games because you're putting the power in the hands of developers to potentially fuck you over. I'm not saying everybody's out to fuck you over and everybody's out to take your money like Bungie or Activision. Yeah, fuck those guys. I'm not saying everybody's out for that, but you gotta take your time. I don't pre-order. I don't feed in the hype trains. I come to my own conclusions about things. I don't pre-order games. I do what a consumer is supposed to do. You wait for something to come out. You wait for reviews. You couldn't wait for reviews with Destiny 2 because these fucks over at Activision and Bungie held behind a review embargo, which basically means if anybody publishes a review before the game comes out, you're gonna get sued. You're gonna get fined. They're gonna see your ass in court and they're gonna sue you for millions of dollars. Because they're scumbags. They're scum. They're greedy, cheeky motherfuckers who don't deserve my damn money. But now that I'm on the subject, let's talk about NBA 2K18. Now, for the most part, my history with sports games hasn't really been that. It just wasn't me. People say, oh, well, you're black, you should like fucking sports games. No, I don't. I mean, I played the last sports game I played was NBA 2K6. Was that even a thing, 2K6? It was the one that came out in 2006. I'm pretty sure somebody knows what I'm talking about. Because I just got tired of doing the same thing. It just looks better every time. Running a ball down the field or running a ball down a basketball court and back and running around. It's just not for me. I like my games to have replayability. I like my games to have sustenance. I like them to, be more outside of the box, be different. I love RPG games because there's a lot of content, there's a lot of things for you to do, places for you to explore, things just for you to do, and I just don't see that with today's games. I don't. And NBA 2K18 is the latest example, guys. It is. I mean, nowadays, since like 2012, 13, I only look forward to like maybe 2 or 3 games a year. That's sad, man. It's sad. But what I mean, like, when I go back to the topic at hand with 2K18, basically virtual currency runs the game, basically. You can't upgrade your character, you can't change their stats, you can't do anything without virtual currency. And this with 2K18, it's gotten so far out of hand to the point where they charge you VC for haircuts. Fucking haircuts. They charge you for that. You can't preview, see how it looks like before you get the hairstyle. So after you get the hairstyle, you decide that you don't fucking like it. Guess what? You gotta spend VC to go get another fucking haircut that you can't preview. They're just slapping you blatantly in the face. And then I'm like, what the fuck, man? I mean, just complete disrespectful, man. You see, there's a line that you don't cross with microtransactions. And these guys, these assholes over at 2K, they're blurring the lines and they're moving it up closer and closer. They're getting more and more audacious. And it's not just microtransactions in general. It's not just NBA 2K18. This is in general. They're getting more and more audacious. They're getting more and more expensive. And people don't really understand just how much your spending money affects the gaming industry. You know, I heard people tell me time and time again, yo man, well, how I spend my money doesn't affect you. Yes, it does. Because sadly, these corporations are, instead of them listening to the people who don't give them money, they're only listening and even looking at the people who do give them money. It should be the complete opposite. They should be listening to people who don't give them their money, but they're only listening to people who do. And when people are throwing their money at microtransactions and other kinds of just worthless shit, they look at that and be like, huh, well, that worked pretty well, didn't it? Let's on the next game, let's throw a whole bunch of microtransactions in, because they're fucking idiots. They don't know the difference. They're dumb. They'll just lap up our microtransactions because we fucking can. They don't like it too damn bad. I guess 2K, that's exactly the kind of mindset that NBA 2K Games had when they released NBA 2K18, and as a result, the game has had horrible reviews. I think on Steam it got a 3 out of 10. IGN gave it a 3 out of 10. I'm like, damn. I'll leave the links to the reviews in the description. And then now these guys, they took an L. They knew what they were doing in this fucking game. They knew it was this microtransaction city, microtransaction apocalypse. They knew what they were doing. And now these assholes they're so butthurt. They took a huge L to the point where they want to try to pressure people like websites like IGN and Steam and other, review sites and other main websites that recover video games. They want to try to pressure them to try to change their review score. No, your game was worth a 3 out of 10. There's nothing new. It's been the same old shit for years on end, but now you're just adding microtransactions, just restricting the player base. You're cutting the bonuses you get from your matches in 2K18 in half, I think, or 40%. So in other words, they're gonna have people play the game longer. You're getting, for every game that you play, you're getting less and less VC in terms of a bonus. You're getting less and less, and that keeps you playing the game longer. That's called artificial length of games. It's called artificial length. They're artificially extending the length of the time that you play, till eventually, by the time you're done with all the collecting the game and grinding all your VC and getting everything out, the game's only gonna be worth $20 if you take it back to GameStop or wherever you get your games from, or wherever you take your games back to. So in other words, if you spend $60, you only get back $20. Guess what? You're taking a $40 loss. That's $40 that the company keeps off your ass. They keep that $40. That's a $40 difference. And I think that's the main goal. That's why they're doing this. And I mean, they took the L. They took a huge L. That's the L. That's a deserving L. That's the L that they deserve. When I say L, that means that's a loss. 3 out of damn 10 is what this game deserves. It shouldn't be played by anybody. It shouldn't even be touched. Games with such in-your-face microtransactions shouldn't even be talked about. They shouldn't even be discussed. They shouldn't even be bought. That's just how I look at it. This in-your-face, audacious bullshit, microtransactions, man. NBA 2K games, man. You guys are full of shit for that. And you guys deserve that huge L that all these review sites are giving you with 3 out of 10s for NBA 2K18. You deserve it. You do. You're trying to pressure everyone to change their review scores. No. Take the L. You knew what you were fucking doing. You knew what you were doing, but you don't like the result. Now you don't like that everybody's on your head about the things. The major YouTubers like Young Ye and Jim Sterling are weighing in on your shit. You don't like that, and now you want to try to pressure people to change it. No. Take the L. Be a man. Change it. Hopefully in the process, when you take an L, you're taking this huge monstrous L, you lose lots of money in the process to make you guys really be like, oh shit, we can't do that anymore. Hopefully it'll make a better game, or who knows, maybe it'll be a better learning experience for you guys. Maybe the gaming industry in general just needs to take a look at what's going on with 2K18, and they really need to take notes. But those are just my opinions, guys. This is just my thoughts. I know I'm at 10 minutes, 53 seconds. So leave your comments, leave your feedback, subscribe, man. I got a lot more things I need to talk about. It's been pretty hectic. I got finals coming up in a couple of days, man. Bear with me, but I'm gonna have probably about 2 more weeks to really have more freedom in my schedule. Until then, guys, this is Aaron from the 90's Network. I'll see you again next time, guys. Take it easy and enjoy your weekend.